Thank you for having me here to talk about how to boost your growth DNA. Is it possible for a mature company who is losing customers in a slow growth market to double their revenue in 3 years? Absolutely, but not doing what they've always done and not doing what their competitors are doing. I got a call from Chuck, who owns a plastic manufacturing injection molding company, and they make round lids for the food industry. And he wanted to double the business, and he thought he knew how. He felt he had to switch from injection molding to thermoforming, which was a newer technology. He asked if I could help, and I said I'd be delighted. We'll think this through. So what was the first thing I did? Go to the factory, visit the manufacturing floor? No. I went to the grocery store. I went to the grocery store because I believe very strongly that all of us are in business to solve customer problems and improve their outcomes. And I needed to see the product in action at the place where the end user interacts with it and to see if the product was doing its job. So I learned a lot at the grocery store visit. I learned that the majority of their products are sold in the snack aisle, think lids on Pringle cans. I also learned that grocery stores were changing. They were putting more demands on manufacturers to print marketing messages on products because they were doing away with shelf talkers, transferring the responsibility of marketing to the manufacturer, and thermoforming helped with that. But I also found out something else that was extremely important, the big aha, and that was this. There was an aisle in the grocery store that had more round lids on it than any other aisle in the store. You want to know which one it was? You frequent grocery shoppers? There were yogurt lids and sour cream tubs and ice cream lids all round. So I went back to Chuck and I said, Chuck, have you thought about the dairy market? And he said, well, we've dabbled in it before, but we aren't doing anything with it now. As it turns out, the dairy market is one of the fastest growing segments of the food industry. So I said, let's do this, Chuck. Let's keep an open mind. Let's look into thermoforming, but let's also look into hiring an experienced dairy salesman who has great connections and maybe buying some capital equipment that could help us print on injection molded plastic for a couple $100,000. And this solution, thermoforming, is going to be a couple million. Let's compare the two and see where we net out. So after thorough analysis, we came back and they made a decision. What do you think they decided? They decided to pursue the dairy market. So fast forward 3 years later, the happily ever after is that they are building one of the largest warehouses in the industry that's high tech because they have new customers and record-breaking sales. At the same time, they're actually paying down debt. Their success, and yours too, can come just like that, but by not doing what you've always done. Rather, looking at the market and seeing what's going on that matches your strengths. Because it is that intersection of your customer needs and your unique capabilities that is your sweet spot for growth. Thank you.